Yo, what's up guys? Kaz here from Postnatal Recovery, and today we're going to be discussing how well do you really know you. From time to time, I'm always hearing things from different people saying, I know my body, I know the way it reacts, I know the way that it's supposed to feel when I do particular things. What does this really mean? Well, there was a time where actually I went through the same kind of situation where I lost a little bit too much weight for me, and I kind of felt like I needed to put weight back on. And there was training that I was doing before that was actually helping benefit me in this area. Okay, so I was doing a particular training and I was getting the results that I wanted to see. So what did I do? I went back to the old training, tried it again, and didn't get the same results. Now, there was probably a bunch of different reasons why I wasn't achieving the things I was trying to set out to achieve. But one of those reasons would have been my body has now adapted to that type of training, and I need to mix things up. I need to start changing things. Through PMP12, my mission and my goal is to empower mothers to make them feel better about themselves and make them feel better about their bodies so that they can go out and empower others. So the three main things that are going to be involved in this video today are understanding you may not know yourself, habitual changes, and attaching an emotion to your goal. You need to be open to the idea of change and trying things that before didn't work, but now they may work. Okay, because if we can try and get out of this notion of feeling like you need to have full control over everything that's going on, you need to know what your body is capable of all the time. A lot of my clients will come in and we'll do about 2 weeks of training, and then I'll get them onto heavier weights that they've never lifted before in a special exercise. So for example, we use sumo squats a lot of the time, and a lot of the girls, I had a 40-year-old, a 50-year-old woman lifting a 40 kg dumbbell in a sumo squat position. At the start, they never thought that they'd be capable of doing this, but because they allowed themselves to step back and let go of that notion of knowing what they're capable of or what their limits are, they were able to achieve something that they didn't think was possible. So once you can let go of that notion and understand that the old things that never used to work may be the new things you need to start trying now, then we can start implementing and applying some new changes. This brings us to our second lesson, habitual change. Now let's get your mind thinking. Have you ever asked someone for a nutrition plan? Have you ever asked someone for a training program? And have you ever noticed that for the time that you complete those two plans, everything is working, everything goes well. But when you stop your 8-week challenge or your nutrition plan or your training program, so does everything else, especially result-wise. So what do we need to do? We need to make more habitual changes because they are better in the long term, and those are the things that will set our strong foundation. Breaking bad habits is the first step you need to take. So instead of trying to go and stop doing something altogether, for example, I had a good chat with my mom this morning. One of the things she's going through at the moment is there's so much work going on, she's becoming overwhelmed. When she gets home from work, she has a wine. She did it 5 nights of the week. She went home, had a wine, relax. Home, had a wine, relax. Obviously, massively busy day. And that's what is pushing her to have that wine at the end of the day, because we associate that habit with relaxation, and it's an emotion that makes you feel a certain way. So to create a strong habitual change and a stronger foundation, what we need to do is basically replace the bad habit with a more beneficial habit. So if you're reaching for that wine or those biscuits or that bag of chips, basically we need to try and find something that's more beneficial to you that you can replace that habit with. Now obviously my go-to for a replacement is going to be exercise, and it doesn't need to be massively intense, but you can start with a walk, and if you want to, you can make it a little bit more intense because it'll really flush your mind, it brings on good blood flow, and it just makes you a little bit more clear-headed. Okay. This brings us on to our third lesson, which is attaching emotion to your goal. Change the I want into I need. Emotionally driven decisions happen every single day. For example, if you went out to the shops with the intention of buying groceries and saw some clothes that you wanted to buy, you probably wouldn't go and buy them, obviously depending on how much money you have. But if the idea was in the first place to go buy groceries, you're going to be more emotionally attached to that goal than you would be to going out and buying clothes. because the groceries feed your family, you love your family, you have some type of emotional attachment to that end goal. This thought association and this processing of putting emotion onto the back of your goal is really important, because you need to be able to change it from I want to have a good body to I need to have a good body. Because if your thinking and your thought process changes into that tunnel in that direction, then everything that you do will center around your goal. So when it comes to planning out your goals, make sure there's an emotional attachment to it. I want this body, I need this body because it makes me feel this way. To recap, understand that you may not know you. You may not know your body anymore because it's constantly changing with the goals you're trying to achieve. And habitual changes, making those old bad habits a thing of the past by replacing them with new, really good habits. And number 3, to attach emotion to the back of your goals so that there's an emotional connection between your goals and how it makes you feel. So guys, if you're still with me, then check out this video of Tara. She is a PMP 12 member. She's currently just passed her first month and she has 4 beautiful little girls, 2 sets of twins, super busy mom, back at work now, and she's seeing some awesome results with the program. Check it out guys, cheers.